You ever thought about selling your house and it was not in the best shape? It probably needed a lot of work and you want to get the best price out of it to put in the market. Well, in today's video, we're actually touring a property that a friend of mine has as a listing, and they're going to list it at a lower price point. Until I came in, I was like, hey, I think you guys need to renovate this property to get the max output, meaning the top dollar for it, especially in this market. Typically, when you put a property in the market that's not updated and is completely outdated, you typically get lowball offers. Yes, in this market, you're going to get these offers where you can spend about $25,000 to $30,000 and get a beautiful product and put it on the market and get top dollar. What does that look like? Well, in today's video, we're going to go over that. We're going to touch base on what to do, how to do it, what's the cost, and make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into. So let's get started in this video. So hi, my name is Gene Garan. I'm an investor and a realtor in the Florida area. And welcome to my channel where I make real estate full circle for you. How do I do that? By investing, by buying properties, and also by helping you with the hard money process when you try to invest in properties. All these things come together to make real estate full circle for you. In addition to that, we actually renovate the properties that you're looking at in this video. We've actually renovated this whole entire property. So as part of what we do at Real Estate Full Circle, we'll take the property from you, we'll renovate it, we'll help you either rent it, sell it, or flip it. So a lot of these things are added value to my clients when I'm actually helping them in the real estate space. And also this is things I do for myself. So I flip properties. If you're watching this channel, you've seen some of the product and seen some of the work that we're doing as well. So let's get into this video. So this property, we're essentially flipping this property. What does that look like? Flipping means you're taking a property, you're updating it, enhancing it, and then putting it on the market. That means this property was never on the market. What happened with this property is they were renting this property. The tenants left the property and left it in bad condition. Because it left it in bad condition, now it's hard for them to resell it on the market. So when you leave houses in bad conditions and you just throw them on the market thinking that you're going to sell it right away, it doesn't always happen that way because the market always speaks. When the market speaks, you have to listen. So right now we're post-COVID. Because we're post-COVID, your property has to look good for it to actually sell. So the house had already had good floors already. The floors were in good condition. However, the bathrooms need to be updated, the paint need to be done, the kitchen was completely outdated, the appliances were completely outdated, light fixtures were a little bit outdated, some we kept, some we didn't. A lot of things. The inside needed complete clean work, completely. The outside needed to be painted. A lot of little things that you can do in your house that can add a lot of value. The grass was like yay high, it needed to be clipped, needed to be trimmed. There was no curb appeal whatsoever in this property. So you're probably thinking, hey, why should I do this? Okay. Let's get into it. So this house right here, let's give you a good example. This house was gonna sell probably in the market, I would say 340, and then we're gonna get lowball offers. This was in Claremont, Florida. They were gonna sell it for 340. They were gonna get some lowball offers. Probably, they would have sat in the market for some time and they probably got an offer probably at 320, okay? So right now, we probably put less than $30,000 into the house and we're currently listed for $399. So $400,000. You see the big difference? So yes, you probably would have been at 320. You put an extra 30, you're at 350, and now you're listing right now at 400. So that's a $50,000 gap you would have missed if you did not do these upgrades. So you're probably watching this video and you're like, wow, but there's gonna be some parts in the video you're gonna see what it looked like before and what it looked like afterwards. So let's take a look at some of those things. Okay, so let's break down the cost of this rehab so you can see exactly what took place and we could break down the numbers completely. So let's go. Let's start off with the kitchen. For the kitchen, we spent about $11,500. Yes, $11,500. That include the cabinets, the countertops, the 50/50 sink, also the new faucet in there, new hardware, self-close cabinets. All that for $11,500. Oh, I forgot to add, we got appliances too as well. The only appliance we kept in this house was the refrigerator and a dishwasher. We also added a new range and also a new overhead microwave. All that came to, the additional range and overhead microwave came to about another $1,000. So $12,500, that was the cost for the kitchen. You're probably like, wow, this is contractor pricing. This is not retail pricing. So this is good price for contractor pricing. Also, we put a new AC unit in this house. So the new AC unit cost us about $4,500 to do. That was the inside and outside unit. So for that price, it's pretty good. And that unit is a 3-ton unit. So it's gonna make this house pretty cool, and it's brand new. So people would like that in a new home. Also, let's talk about the paint. The paint in this house, we painted the outside and the inside for $5,000. That included patching up little drywall area that need to be patched up, and that include painting the baseboards, the trim. Only thing we didn't paint was the ceiling. But on the outside, we painted the entire house. The garage, the trim, the body, everything. So you're probably looking at this house, you're like, wow. How you know this is one of the houses that I've done? Because the door is orange. So whenever I flip a house or I do a renovation that's going to be on the market for sale, I always put an orange door if I could put it in somehow, some way. That's like one of my signatures. So that was the outside paint. So that's pretty good for paint. The next thing that we spent money on was cleaning this house out. To clean this house out, we spent about $1,000 to clean it out. The next thing we added to that was the curb appeal. So all this stuff you see in the front, the new mulch, the new plants, all that came to about $800, which is pretty amazing. The last thing we did, no, not the last thing, we did some electrical work. So some of the outlets need to be changed because we're always gonna get nicked for that on an inspection space. They're always gonna talk to you about your GFCI outlets. And we had the electrician come in and tidy up everything to be tidy up. So that was $500. We also had a plumber come in to do all the plumbing stuff that we did in the bathroom and also in the kitchen because we took those stuff out. We demoed out the bathroom. We put a new vanity, new countertop to match the kitchen. You can see that in the video. That was one of the things that we did in the bathroom. We didn't touch anything else in the bathroom, we just did that. So that kind of spruced it up a little bit. We didn't want to do like a full renovation. So that alone, the bathroom vanities to match the kitchen, that was about $1,500. That includes the square sinks, the faucets, and the plumbing underneath it. So the plumber charged us about $1,000 to do the plumbing work. So that's a really good price. And the landscaper charged us to clean out $250, plus he's maintaining the property. We're expecting the house might sell in 3 months, so we added an extra $100 per month, so $300. So we're at $550 just for the landscaper. So the landscaper, $500, the plumber, right around $1,000, electrician, $500. In the kitchen, we spent roughly around $12,500, and we did the paint, with the paint outside and inside, for $5,000. So that really kind of spruced up the space. We did the AC as well, and we did some electrical work. And we added some new light fixtures that need to be kind of added because some of the others were super dated. But these are things that we just added along the way. All right, so that's the total cost of the breakdown of what we spent. Now you tell me watching this video, was that money not spent well? Because the house looks phenomenal. You let me know in the comments below. You let me know what you think. This house is located in Claremont, so if you're interested in buying, please let me know. My team would be glad to help you in this market. We're definitely helping you navigate this space 100%. So we did all this work. So my company did all the work here. The only thing we didn't do was we outsourced the contractors to do the electrical, plumbing, and also the HVAC. But we managed the whole thing. We managed the whole project. So it made it easier for the client who doesn't even live in Orlando, who doesn't live in Florida, to manage it. So we managed the whole thing. It took us less than 1 month to get everything completed from top to bottom. So that's pretty good, I would say.